but you mean the world to me, 'cause you saved me from my
Once upon a time, in the bustling city of Tokyo, lived Tim, a young businessman working for an international company, and Jess, a budding artist who had come to Japan to study traditional Japanese painting. Tim and Jess first met at an art gallery in Tokyo. They were both admirers of traditional Japanese paintings and had come to attend a private viewing of some of the rarest pieces in the country. As they both strolled through the gallery, admiring the works of art, they eventually found themselves in front of the same painting. They struck up a conversation about their shared love for Japanese art and quickly discovered that they had a lot in common. Jess was immediately struck by Tim's knowledge and passion for art, and Tim was captivated by Jess's bright smile and her infectious laughter. As they talked and explored the gallery together, they felt a connection growing between them that was unlike anything they had ever experienced before. Tim mustered up the courage to ask Jess out for a coffee. They talked for hours about their lives, their dreams, and their interests. Tim was amazed at how much he had in common with Jess and how effortlessly they connected. Jess, on the other hand, felt like she had finally found someone who understood her and appreciated her for who she was. Tim asked, "So, Jess, what made you want to study traditional Japanese painting?" Jess replied, "Oh, I've always been fascinated by the country's rich culture and art. Plus, I wanted to challenge myself and learn something new." "That's amazing. I admire your passion and dedication. I'm more of a businessman, but I do love art as well," Tim said. "Really? What kind of art do you like?" Jess asked, surprised. Tim started to explain, "I have a soft spot for Impressionism. There's something about the way the light is captured in those paintings that just speaks to me." Jess replied happily, "That's so cool. I love Impressionism too. Monet is one of my favorites." Tim agreed, Monet is definitely a master. "I recently saw a retrospective of his works at the National Art Center in Tokyo, and it was just breathtaking." Jess started to feel excitement. "I've always wanted to see that. Maybe we can go together sometime." Tim agreed, "That sounds like a great idea. I'd love to share my love for art with you." Jess smiling, "I'd like that. You know, Tim, I feel like I can really talk to you about anything." "Same here, Jess. I feel like I've known you forever." Tim smiling back to Jess. Jess start laughing sweet, "And we've only just had coffee." Tim smiling soft, "Yeah, I know. But I have a feeling this is just the beginning of a great friendship." Jess confirmed, "I think you're right." And with that, Tim and Jess continued their conversation, lost in each other's company and realizing that they had found a connection that was rare and precious. From that day on, Tim and Jess were inseparable. They explored the city hand in hand, taking in the sights and sounds of Tokyo, trying new foods and visiting art galleries. Tim was amazed at how Jess brought color to his life, how she made everything seem brighter and more beautiful. Jess was grateful to have Tim by her side, encouraging her to follow her dreams and supporting her in every way possible. As they spent more time together, their love for each other grew deeper. Tim realized that he didn't want to spend a single day without Jess, and that she was the missing piece in his life. One day, while they were watching the sunset from the Tokyo Tower, Tim got down on one knee and proposed to her. Jess, with tears streaming down her face, said yes, and Tim slipped a ring on her finger, sealing their love forever. Tim and Jess were the happiest they had ever been. They continued to explore Japan, and their love for each other only grew stronger with each passing day. They got married in a traditional Japanese ceremony surrounded by their closest friends and family, vowing to love and cherish each other for all eternity. As newlyweds, Tim and Jess traveled across Japan, discovering new wonders and making memories that would last a lifetime. They visited the tranquil temples of Kyoto, hiked up Mount Fuji, and marveled at the beauty of cherry blossom season in Osaka. Everywhere they went, they fell in love with Japan even more and promised to return to explore the country in all its majesty. Years went by and Tim and Jess were still madly in love, still holding hands and looking into each other's eyes like they did on their first date. They had started a family of their own and were proud parents of 2 beautiful children. They lived a life filled with love, happiness, and adventure, and were grateful for each other every day. As they grew old together, they never lost the spark in their relationship. They still laughed, still explored, and still loved each other deeply. Tim and Jess had found a love that lasted a lifetime, and they were grateful for every moment they had spent together. In the end, Tim and Jess proved that true love knows no boundaries, that it can conquer all and last a lifetime. They were a shining example of what love should be and will always be remembered as a symbol of love, happiness, and forever.